Hi, I'm Wayne Sanders with Provoto, and today we're going to be setting up the Champion Putting System. This is our 10-foot system, and the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we have all the parts, all right? So when you open it up in your foot stand, right behind me, inside there you'll find these various parts in this brochure that goes through and it has a listing. Let's go ahead and take an inventory right now. So first you'll have this. You're going to have a front pedestal for the front of the board. You'll have a back pedestal which goes in the back of the board. All right. Now, to support those will be these 2-inch bolts. All right. One for the front, and you're going to have one for the back. All right. Now, in addition to that, you'll have a 9-inch adjustment bolt, and that adjustment bolt is going to go into the opposite side of the foot stand. Right. And we'll go into that in a minute. Okay, in addition to that, we have 2 insert rings. We have our standard 4 1/4 inch hole, which is the same as your putting greens, but we also include 2 additional inserts that give you a 3-inch hole and a 2-inch hole, which just add a little flavor and more fun and make it a little more competitive. All right. Then in addition, you'll have a ball corral, which will go in the back, and that goes in the very back to support the balls that you make that end up coming through the channel, and they rest back there. All right. Then these are optional. This is a 4 1/4 inch brass bolt, which can be put in to support the board to keep it nice and flat and protect the hinges, or you can set it up with an additional adjustment bolt by putting that over in this slot, okay, and adjusting it. It will allow you to create then a 4-point suspension, which is increased for additional traffic. If it's in a high traffic area and concerns about people stepping on it, it can withstand people some weight, and you don't have to worry about it breaking. Okay, now real quickly, let's go through this as we go to the front. As you can see, I've put this bolt in the front here. I leave about 1 inch out. There's adjustable holes here. You can try various holes for yours. You'll want to do it that best fits your environment. For this installation, I'm going to put it in the highest setting. Right? When you set this up, you're going to want to be able to set it up so that the ball rolls back, but at the lowest setting so that it'll be faster. If you want the ball to be a little slower, then you can raise this. All right? But the main thing is you want to be able to have a nice smooth operation, so if the balls don't go in the hole, then they'll come back through the return channel. All right? The second one, so that goes in the front. Now in the back, it's a little more difficult. Okay, here I've got some options. I'm going to take this bolt and I'm going to screw it into the one that's closest to the foot stand. There's 2 settings here. I want the one closest to the foot stand, and I'm going to I put that in. All right. Put my setting here. So now I have my pedestal in the front. I have it in the back, and because the one in the front is a little taller, I've got an incline so that the ball will return automatically. All right. I'm going to take my ball corral. I'm going to put it behind here, and this will go ahead and catch all the balls that come through. All right. Now here, I've preset this from a time perspective, and basically I just take this off, I screw this down, just screw it down through here, it'll come down through here, put the acorn in the nut, and then I continue to adjust it down until, now if you notice, I've got a level here, which then I can see that I'm set up level. I find that it's hard to see for me because various things. So I've got my additional level, which they're nominal price at Lowe's or whatever, and I set that up, and now I can set this up so that I get an absolute accurate setting from having this absolutely straight. I set it here, and I have it set here. So now I know that I absolutely have a flat putt. Okay. Now, if I want to do right to left, left to right, and change my settings, I make this setting here. Right? I just adjust this. A couple of turns one way or the other, we'll make that change. And we'll go into that in a minute. All right. So, now, Now when we go underneath, we brought up, remember this 4 1/4 inch? There's 2 settings here. I'm going to put this one in on the same side as the foot stand. And I'm going to just screw this in, and I'm going to bring it down so that when I set it down, my perfect position is to sit back and make sure that I've got a nice flat surface here. All right? Excuse me. There you go. What I want to happen is I want this perfectly flat. If I set it up so that this is too high, then the ball is going to roll and it's going to roll off the back. If I have this so that it's way back, then the balls will come down here and then they'll get hung up here and they won't come off the back channel. So I'm going to use these here settings. I'm going to use these additional bolts to make sure that I can create a nice flat surface here for it's nice and even. And I'm going to be able to support that by either using this bolt, or I can actually put this in this side and I can then adjust this so that I can actually create that environment. If I wanted it slower at the top or faster, I can make those adjustments. Then by using my level, I can even fine-tune better the ability to create a right to left or left to if I'm going to practice various things. A lot of instructors want to have an excellent surface that they can use for their teaching. All right? So, I guess the next step here is to, let's go ahead and set this up. I've moved it a little bit. Good, I'm set here. And I'll move this out of the way. The foot stand, with all the parts came in it, allows you to put your storage for your training aids and various things in it. We'll put a ball on here, and the next thing we're going to do is give it a try. Now, we've set this absolutely flat. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to have it out here, maybe bring this about 1 inch apart so that I make it nice and comfortable. I'm going to get here. And voila! You make the putt. All right? Now I'm going to show you. If I move this 1, 2, 3, I've changed my setting. Now, when I go to putt, I'm going to have a right to left putt. As you see, now it just rolls off the left side. So just a matter of a couple of half turns will completely change your surface to give you different levels and styles of putting. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day and enjoy it.